Everyone, back again with another episode of the journal with the ring bindings. Hope you're all well, and I'd just like to say thank you and welcome to anyone who's new, and thank you very much for all those not old as in years, but those subscribers that have been with me for quite a while through thick and thin. So today we did, in the last video, we did the front cover and we did the back of the front cover, just like that. And as we were leaving, I was going to do that and I didn't get around to doing it. How rude. So there we go. Let me just give that a bit of a nudge. Now the next cover, I've done most of it because it is something that most of you would have done anyway. So I've basically got one of the cards out of the ephemera kit, and I've put the eyelets in it, just inked around the edges. The back of it I've covered with some tea stain paper, and I've put a little, I can't remember what they're called, flicky thingy to hold the ephemera on there. So the front piece of ephemera, and the reason I've said you've all done this, it's a Rita Donnelly flip. Like so, and basically it's done with, I put two pieces of book page together. So just say that's two pieces of book page together. So for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, we fold down a corner like so. Then we'll flip it over and fold it across the bottom. And that's gone up a little peg or two. Like that. Okay. Then I just snip along there. And then that's your pocket. So you basically have a square. This part I cover with book page, whatever you want to cover, and that's the journaling spot. Then I tiss up the other two areas. What I've done here is I've just got some of the Tim Holtz of scrapbooking paper, and I've just covered that. Now I'm going to leave this because I quite like the look of the book page there. Normally I glue up the side here and stick it down, but I'm going to do something different and I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do the gluing around two sides, so it'll go down here and across the bottom, and then that just goes onto the page like so. Now I think most of you have seen, I'll do it like that, I just curl my paper clips. I'll do one so that you can see what I do. If I can find the curler. Wrong one. So I use my round nose pliers and just, let me stand up and make sure I'm in camera. Okay, so I just take the end and then you turn it towards yourself right at the end of your, hold it again, whoops, turn it around again, and then you have this. Tracy Fox used to do these as well, or does them as well. I'm sure she still does. And then you just get the other one. Sorry, I took it off. So you do that again, and then you do the same. Turn it around so that you've got it back to the okay. Now when you feel it, you might feel that these aren't quite level, So what I do is I just get my flat pliers and just make sure they are flat so that when you pop it onto your page, you're not going to rip your page. Okay. So that is going to just hold down the pocket. So if you wanted to, you could put tea-dyed paper on that to write on, and that's probably not a bad idea. I've just taken one of the cards from the ephemera packet, and they're the found relations or relatives. So I've just popped that in there. I haven't made anything for the pocket behind, but you could, just for now, I'll pop another one back in there. The reason I did that fella, now there was a reason I did him. Why was it? Oh, I thought here we've got all the schoolwork, and I thought, oh, he looks like a school teacher. So there, so you've got him, and I probably will go and put that paper there now that I've done that, and then she's behind there. Okay, so that's that side. Now on this side, I've got it like that. I'm not going to do much more to it than, where are you? Just want to get one of my stamps out. For goodness sake, I've put them in here and out of here so many times, and it ends up in the wrong. Oh, for goodness sake, Janette, just find them. There they are. Oh my gosh. So all I want to do is just stamp some, just put some stamping around on that one. This is the Tim Holtz from the insects. Just go down. Oh no, there's this side I wanted to go down. Just to put that, let's get that out of the way for a second. Just to pop that down the side. Okay. That's it. And then what I did, and another reason I did this off camera, because we've all done it, is just a little booklet. Basically, it was one of the pieces of ephemera that I just folded in half. I glued some paper down on the inside and then just made a little booklet. Now, we could put something on that. It's going to look like that. It's going to go up on the top one. That's going to go over there, but I don't think it needs anything. So what I'm doing with this one is just going to glue this back part and just have it glued down, and then just to hold it in place, I've just got the, whatever it's called, if somebody might remember what they're called, I can't for the life of me. No, I can't remember at all. It'll probably come to me later. And I'm not clever like those other people that are able to stick little words on their page to say this is what it is. So I'm basically, get out of there a minute. There it is. So I've basically just centered it around the edges there. Okay, and then that's just a little book to open up. Okay, is that going to go? That will just hold there a little bit to start with. I'll put it on an angle when it's finished. So that one can go on there. seeing that, you know, most of that stuff, I think most of you would know how to do that. So we've got our front page, our inside cover, and a little one on there. Now the next one, I've done a bit of it as well. It might be easier to do this one first. Yeah. Oh, no, because I've got to cut that off. Yep. Okay. So I'll put these little bits away. And then I'll just pop these bits to the side as well. I thought if I can get it all organised this time, we won't be here forever and a day like we were last time. Okay. So basically I've just cut a piece of the scrapbook paper. I've also cut a piece of cardstock, and I've put a slit along where the top of the envelope was, and I just reinforced it with a bit of cardstock. Okay, so that is just going to go down there, and I'm only going to glue around the side and perhaps a little bit on that part, but I want all the bottom open as a pocket. So we'll do that first. And then it's just a matter of collaging on the pocket, or decorating the pocket, and making tags. Now what I might do is I'll put the plain tag into, oh sorry, I've got my glasses that I use to, you know, distance glasses, sitting on the pole that holds my phone. I hope that didn't knock it too much, but I knocked it with my hand. So the tags I'll leave, and we might just have a session of just doing tags. Okay, so that's that. I'll just cut this off. So these pages have worked out from that original one that was with the Tim Holtz frame was 8 by 5. So I've just, the bigger pages that I do will be 8 by 5. The other ones will be whatever it is that takes my fancy, I guess. So that second page that I did was the size of the tag, or the ephemera that was in there, and that's probably worked out to a 4 4¼ by 5½. So this one's, there we go, we've got the, so basically 2 bits of ephemera will go in there. Okay, and what I will do is put this in here because I want to make another tag to go back in there. So I think that's going to look really nice. Okay, but on here I want to put a little piece. These are clusters that I made quite a while ago, and when I was sitting here I thought, oh that's right, I'll put those in another container, so we'll grab those out. So I think that'll go really nicely there. So that'll go there. It might have to come over depending on where I put my holes. So it might come over a bit, and then I'm just going to stick a little piece of ephemera in there as a pocket. So what I'll do, I've got my little template like Deb had, and that goes, is this, did I cut that? I cut that a bit bigger. Oh, I know what I did. I forgot to cut off the bottom. I cut the top to the size I wanted. Not to worry. he's going to lose some of his head. Sorry, mate. Yeah, I thought it was a bit big. And I was meant to cut off that little piece across the bottom there. But perhaps the bottom, it's better that I don't, because it gives you a bit more pocket space. And that doesn't look too bad. He didn't mind. His expression on his face didn't change. Okay. Right. So that one's going to go there and that in there. What I'm going to do before I do the template is going to collage the back. So I'm going to use, for the first piece I lay down, I'm just going to use my glue stick, and that will be sort of about there somewhere. And then I can punch the holes and not have to worry. I'll be able to put pieces down, and so that's going to go there. That's green masking paper. I suppose I could put the whole lot down, eh? Right there. Snip that off. So I just thought I'd collage the back just to have something a little bit different there. I don't want to put every page, cover every page with the Tim Holtz paper. And then this one, I'll just ink it a bit. This is leftover bits of the Tim Holtz paper. I might as well use this while it's out. Do that. And in the time that, I mean, by the time you see this, our restrictions will be lifted, although you never know, they might be back again. But we had, it's actually Saturday. No, it's Friday. Yeah, Friday. Our restrictions, there was some galah who had lied about the work that he was doing and whatever it was. So our restrictions have been lifted. The old Premier's not too happy, and neither is every South Australian, I don't think. But I mean, while I didn't want everybody to go into lockdown, I don't mind sitting in my craft room for a few days. But yeah, so our lockdown has been lifted as from Saturday at 11:45, I think it is, or 11:59 or whatever. I quite like that there, but I've got this, so we're going to put this down there, and I like that too. So yeah, so the lockdown will finish. So we missed our little granddaughter's first birthday today, but that's okay. They had a gorgeous little party with her mum and dad, and my daughter-in-law Sarah's mum was there. So they had, and they're all absolutely exhausted. I think they've all just been so excited that it's her birthday. And the restrictions have lifted, and you're allowed to exercise. So my husband is over the moon because he can take the dogs down to the beach and have a swim. And Simon and Sarah and all were going to meet him down there, and then they decided that they were too tired. So they're a bit exhausted, the poor darlings. So he's down there with his dogs swimming on his own. Poor man. Okay. So there we go. We've got the back done. Okay. And this is not going to have anything flash on it because you'll be able to journal all over that part of it. Now go back over here and we will put the highlights in. So I've got the template there. and we'll just... I should have done that part. No, I couldn't have done that part, could I? Okay, so we'll get back to this. Now, I've got a few different colour eyelets here, so I'm just going to use whatever I've got. So there's some that will be brass, there's some that will be grey smoke or whatever you call it, grey, and some will be silver. I'll try and put the same colours on each page, but these will be good. So there we go in there. Oops. Okay. So there we go. So that will fit on to that page. Okay. And we're going to pop this down, and I'll just put that up just a little bit to that. And it will be around the three sides. Now that's a little bit wider, so I need to just come down a little bit for that top part, because that'll come up above it, along there. And this is just little bits of paper that I had, some of Auntie May's there. It's a little card that I had, some lace, some gauze, and then it's a stamp. And I thought the bicycle was the same era probably as the fella, and he looks a bit like some of them, not the with his, but you know, the when they get out with all their jodhpurs on and start riding their bikes. And then that will go, oops, in there. And you can journal on the back of that one. Okay. So that one will then go on there. We'll turn this over, and this one, I found this little girl and her puppy. They look as though they're waiting for the old fella to come home from work, don't they? Okay. Now she's going to go there. And then I liked the idea of this, you know, they're waiting. He comes home from work at 5 o'clock. And this little one, be who you are and say what you feel, because those who mind don't matter and those who matter don't mind. And I thought I'll just pop that into there. So that one will go on first. This is one of Tracy Fox's labels from her, what are they, plain, vintage plain labels. Yeah. Don't know why I want the two, but I want the two, so no rhyme or reason. Perhaps because there's two of them there. Okay, so we've got that one. And then we'll put this one down. There we go. All right, and it's just plain, but it's lovely colours. Okay, so then we'll bring our folder back in. Or our journal, I suppose it is, isn't it? And then we'll pop you on there. I was trying to think whether I'd done a ring-bound journal before, and I know I had done for my when I made mini albums, but I made one when we went over to Susanna Easdale's for the what do you call it, the retreat. So I did that one, and then I did one also with some of Shabby Dabby Doodar's kits. So towards the end, I'm making a few more pages, yeah, and then I'll show you those as well. So and they're completely different to what these are. So there'll be different styles that you might want to do. Not necessarily need to go along the Tim Holtz line. And my version of putting the ephemera down is entirely different to what Deb's is, and Deb's and yours will be different to ours as well. So I hope you enjoyed coming along for the ride. So we've got 1 and then 2, and then that one is the third one, and then the back of the third page. And I'm loving it already. So we might, let's see how many pages we get to fit on. Okay, so thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that, and we did do it a little bit quicker this time, so, and we got more done. So I will do that, get some pages ready for the next one. So I'll say bye for now. Until next time, happy crafting, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.